Hey y'all, welcome to the classroom. This is Mr. Tautua with your school closure announcement number 4 for the week of April 27th. So, first things first, if you take a look at this section that I'm about to highlight, you'll notice that every Monday when you log into my class, you'll see these things posted every Monday. And this will have a sample schedule, a learning guide, and an announcement video. The announcement video is probably the first thing you should open. I'll cover everything in the week. And then the learning guide, I'll get into this right here is your learning guide, and if you look in your learning guide, this is basically everything that your classes will expect from you within the week. Now, if you look closely, it actually looks like more than you actually have to do. There's 2 hours per class a week, not a day, a week, okay? And if you break that down, it's about maybe 3 hours a day, which is more or less than your compared 6 hours in school a day. So if you have any questions about that, take a look at this learning guide and take a look at my announcement, my video announcements that are on here, and you'll have a better idea. One last thing I posted is a sample schedule that's new today. This is a sample schedule created by your teachers, and this is basically just a sample of when you can have what your day looks like, basically, how you want to structure your day. Imagine each of these blocks right here as like an hour. All right, see, that's an hour, and you shouldn't be doing more than 3 hours a day. And if you're putting in less than that, I would encourage you to put in a little bit more so that you're not wasting away and spending so much time in front of those screens. You dang screenagers. I do want to remind you, however, that this is just a suggested schedule, as it says suggested, so you don't actually have to do that. But I would highly encourage at least 3 hours on a given each given day, and then 1 hour a block. It doesn't have to be science, ELA reading. It could be science, math, social studies, and maybe the next day you do something different. That's all fine and dandy, but let's try to put in at least 3 hours a day. And then below, you'll see these are the office hours for your given subject area. Instead of doing them by advisory or academy, we're going to be doing them by subject area. So my office hours, as I've posted today, will be 2 to 3 on Monday and 11 to 12 on Wednesday. So if you need any work, any homework help, come hit me up on Wednesday after office hours or during office hours. I might stream a little something, something. So I'm gonna have a little special thing on Wednesday. We'll see what's good. Just hit me up and remind me, and I'll put on a show. Now for the juicy part, the meat. What are we going to do this week in language arts? I'm going to give you one more week to catch up on everything, and I'm going to highlight 4 specific assignments that I expect to get done. All the other assignments, let's wait on those. I'll reassign those if I really need them, but these 4 I really need, and completion will affect your passing. It's the primary source assignment. That was the virtual museum. It's under all of this is under classwork. Your personal timeline. Most of you have done this. Those of you who haven't, get on it. And then your COVID journal posts and your historical timeline. Speaking of those 2 assignments, I'm going to get into a little bit of information concerning the COVID journal and the historical timeline. I think the other 2 were simple. These 2 I have the most questions about. If you open the COVID journal, you'll see that there's entries for each week. All right. So if you are doing this late, I need you to go back and remember what that week was like for you and just try your best. If you have trouble starting, here's some optional sentence stems, and you can use those to start. But basically, a paragraph each, do a journal entry for the whole, just for the week. How are you feeling? Any highlight from that given week, and that will give what I need for the assignment. Do not click turn in on this assignment because you're going to have to do all 6 weeks before you turn it in, and then I'll grade it at the end. Historical fiction is a little tricky. This spreadsheet is posted on the assignment, and on the bottom, you'll notice that there's these tabs that have time periods. You can choose a time period, or you can create one. If you create one, you have to send me at least one overview video. If you YouTube the time period, I'm pretty sure something will pop up. Hit over, like YouTube, like, I don't know, Aztec oversimplified, or any of those historical events or timelines or periods. And then we're going to have to also locate some resources, which I'll push you to do. That's why I'm giving you an extra week, because each week should be about 2 hours. And I figured, hey, maybe this took them a little extra time. On top of this, so I'm giving you 1 hour to research and 2 hours to research from last week. And then this week, you're going to take that. You're going to open your slides, as I'm doing right now. If you open this, view your assignment, and you'll notice your assignment is very similar to your personal slides. Why? Because it was supposed to be um, a, a gradual responsibility, a gradual like change from something less difficult to more difficult, and that's why we went along with that. Here's Abby's. I just wanted to show you as an example. There's my example, and then she went and hit her five, specifically talking about Americans settling into America, um, pre pre America days before the Revolutionary War. And here's her timeline, and you'll notice that she summarized each event that she had to talk about. Now, the timeline is supposed to help you with those overview videos I posted. The overview videos kind of help you create this timeline. Each individual event, though, you're gonna have to Google on your own, and that's where those 2 hours of work for this week comes from. All right, as far as iReady and assignment progress, I didn't do the top five this week because I want you to concentrate on focusing on all those work assignments that you did not do in the past 4 weeks. Do not worry about quarter four grades; those were already done. Right now, we want to. I mean, quarter three grades. I should edit that. Worry about quarter four. Worry about what we're in right now. Anything you do, all the assignments that you do, if you complete them, then you'll pass. You'll be fine. We're not going to be doing ABCs. I will be doing them in my grade book, but when I put them in, it'll be a pass or fail, and you'll know whether or not you're passing or failing based on that. You already know Twitch, YouTube. Oh, that doesn't look right. And Zoom. My Zoom office hours today at 2 and Wednesday at 11. Remember this weekly schedule, because if you ask me for help and I say, "Did you watch the video?" and you tell me no, there's not much I can do, right? Because this video, I'm putting in extra hours to make sure that everybody understands what it is that I need to do. And I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate all the complaints, not really complaints, but I know you guys were trying really hard. So I appreciate the feedback you gave me last week. I'm trying to implement that feedback. And if you don't hear the feedback and you don't comment on it, you don't let me know what's going well or what's going bad, then I'm not going to be able to help you because you're not communicating back with me, right? I want to hear this sooner than later. So, remember, it's a hard time for everyone. Be patient with yourself, be patient with everybody else, be patient with your parents, be patient with your family, be patient with the world, because everybody's going through it. And if you need anything, you can always email Mr. Tautu. It doesn't have to be about school, it could be about anything. If you need anything at all, please let me know. I do not want to hear about your needs after the fact, and know that we could have done something. All right. Miss y'all. Care about y'all. Yeah. Hit your boy up. Stay safe during quarantine. Peace, y'all.